Welcome to River City Plus, the show after the show, and I wish you guys could have been a fly on the wall from the. I just learned about nail colors and the creative, and Jenna does her nails, and they are always on point. But funny bunny Fiji, yeah. Anyway, we're here with Amari.
Nail color mixing chemistry.
Yes,
that's my
I love
science.
it.
Women in STEM.
Come on.
We're taking away from our friend Amari Marshall. She's a local who is worldwide known, world renowned, because she is Beyoncé's co-dance captain, the AmariMonster Experience, as she goes around the world teaching people how to get their best dance moves on. We're going to spare you all that today. We'll practice that later. But she's actually here to commemorate her brother's passing, happened a year ago, and so they're having a Dre Day Block Party at Nexus Creative Hub. And thanks for spending some time with us today.
Thank you guys for having me. Hey, Jacksonville. I'm here.
So let's talk about Dre Day real quick, and then we want to get into your careers.
Okay.
So Dre Day, tell us about that.
So Dre Day is a celebration that I'm having in honor of my brother that passed away while I was on tour last year. We're going to have live performances, music, food, vendors. It's going to be a whole celebration because my brother's birthday is actually on June 28th. He passed away on June 20th, 8 days before his birthday. So this whole weekend is just celebrating his honor and doing it the way that he would want it. He is the life of the party, so we are going to keep that going. And the next day we'll have a full day of dance classes because that was one of me and my brother's love languages, dance. So to have dance a part of that equation is all things Dre, and we'll end it off with a big dance battle. So Jacksonville is about to be hot this weekend. Okay.
I love seeing your energy and just this clear love that you have for your brother and for his spirit, honoring that. How did you as a creative, for somebody who does have to be so high energy, who does have to be present not only for you but for your team, how did you find that transition to, a year later where you can come and you can have this celebration and feel that joy? Because grieving is such a challenging process and it's so different for all of us.
I've never experienced grief in this way. I've lost people, but nothing that hits so close to home. So this is after a lot of days of just sitting still, being one with myself, taking a step back to really just ground myself and come to a place and be reminded of what really matters. And as much as I show up for people, I needed to show up for myself. And so it took a lot of just sitting still, trying new things. I took just some time away from working and being there for everybody and just be there for myself, just going back to the places that make me happy, doing things that make me happy, and spending a lot of time with my family, with God, and with all those different things. It's now brought me here to where I can still be present and share my story, because there's so many people that deal with this and just don't know how to do it. And sometimes when you're trying to fake the funk, it doesn't do anything. You really have to be one with yourself and allow yourself to really grieve and take the time that you need to really process what has happened.
It sounds like being authentic is something that's always very important to you, but with your travels, with the phases in your career, and I'm sure your brother was a big part of this.
Yes.
How did you find that authentic self that you feel like you can present here and now?
How I found that authentic self. So from an early age, once I decided that dance became very clear that it was my purpose. For me to stay in this industry and continue, I had to know what was really me, how to be authentic, because being in a room with so many other dancers, you're going against all the great people in their field from their city. So what makes you stand out is who are you? And so from an early age, I knew going into this that, Amari, your story is you're from a city that nobody thinks dancers come from. You're plus size, you're black, you're female, you're dark skinned. So that everything that I do has to be authentic, and it comes from that place, and me owning that and being proud in it. So from it, I just kept on evolving with every situation that I was placed in. I just made sure that that was very clear and very at the forefront.
Let's talk about that evolution, though, real quick. So we often talk about the Jax creative scene and how it seems to be exploding now, but it's actually already had foundation for years.
Oh, yes.
And then for you, the hook, I'm not gonna lie, they were like, "Oh, Beyonce." I'm like, "Yeah, let's talk." But to know that somebody from Jacksonville has made it to that level, and you've seen the world, and I mean, your first aspirations, like, I just want to get out of Jacksonville and dance. Did you ever anticipate that, one, you would be able to make it a career that has made it so expansive? And then do you have any insight that you could tell somebody that's trying to get out and do their thing, how they can keep the hope alive?
Yes. My family, I definitely pride myself in the Marshalls. We're one of a few people in Jacksonville that were hosting dance events all the time while we were here. My mentor, he passed away, Caven Grant. We call him one of the godfathers of the dance community. He really helped shape and helped motivate a lot of us that were coming up here. So with him and my parents and different people bringing choreographers from LA, New York, Atlanta, I was always getting more insight and just a taste of what it was like to be a dancer professionally on that level. And from at 18, I was the first person in my family that went to Japan. I've been teaching all around the world since I was 18. So at 18, I went to, so before I did the tour with B, I had already traveled 40 countries by myself teaching. So that was just a testament of one, you can use your own gifts can take you to places that you've never seen, that you would have never even dreamed of. So being here in Jacksonville, even though it was a distant dream, really being able to make it in the industry, there was still a seed planted in me that allowed me to, there was hope. So every opportunity that I had and took, it just brought me closer to it. And I just knew I may not be there right now, but I will eventually get there. And that goes for all the creatives here in Jacksonville. Sometimes they say you have to be in LA, you have to be in New York to make it. You can really do what you do here, plant it, grow it, and you never know who is going to draw the opportunities that will actually come and find its way to you, that will then lead you to go to the major cities and be able to take off there.
Can I hold that for a sec?
Absolutely.
Mic drop.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you can, if I say I'm so happy to come from Jacksonville and everybody's always in disbelief and I'm like, hey baby, it's all right. You ain't know, but now you know.
Now you know. Now you know. And you've let people all around the world know. I heard something this weekend that I feel like applies to your story. Somebody was like, you know, when one door closes and the response was, well, just open it. That's what doors do.
Exactly.
Stephanie
Make your own
that.
opportunities.
Yeah. So looking back, like you said, there were a list of reasons why you might not have made it in that typical dance cookie cutter form. You know, Misty Copeland's talked about this at length, sharing how sometimes it can be really pigeonholing, but you opened your own doors, you made your own way. What's a piece of advice that you would give a future dancer who's maybe looking at like, I don't know if I can keep going in this, but this is really what I love to do?
Be open to your journey taking you in different ways. Going into it, I just had the mindset, I just want to be a backup dancer. Nothing else matters. And God had other plans. I started teaching, I started choreographing. Then I started assisting people, you know, I knew I wanted to be the boss, but in those rooms, I didn't know what was going on. So, you know, I had to take a back seat, be someone's assistant, just be patient. A lot of dancers just want it now. And especially with social media, anything can happen.
Seems like everyone make it overnight.
Yeah, but this is 15 years worth of just everything. So you never know. So just stay patient and stay ready, because when the opportunity comes, it's going to come. And when it rains, it pours.
That's me and Jana in a nutshell. Neither one of us had real aspirations to be in front of the camera, and it worked out, and I think we're killing it.
We are killing it. Look at that.
All right, so we got to go, but really quick, if people want to keep tabs on you, where's your social media?
AmariMonster, Instagram, Facebook, Amari Marshall 2, and we got the Dre Day official page, so that's going to be all things Dre Day, so stay plugged in.
Dre Day, June 29th, noon to 6. Noon to 6, Nexus Creative Hub. We'll be back tomorrow with more River City Plus. We will see Amari. We're sending you guys a lot of love and light, and we'll be back at 9:30 for River City Live.